weird thing about this place are these pits everywhere. Did you come across the one over here?
Yeah, I almost stepped in it.
I know, like these big covered pits. They're very, very strange. Linz, how's it going over there with the cameras?
Not too much.
We definitely heard something rustling around in the trees back there, and they definitely got to have these pits all over the property for some sort of animal or some sort of creature. So there's something roaming around out here for sure. Yeah, what's up?
I don't know, I just heard the rustling really, really close to me. I can't see anything.
All right, I'm headed back your way. You heard something over here? Where?
You over there.
Whatever it is, it's moved away. I'll tell you one thing, though. This whole place gives me the creeps. Well, it's starting to get light in the sky, which means that morning is here. It's been a long night. We did a really thorough investigation for El Pombero. The criteria which we used to try to search for this creature was that we were hoping either with our thermal imager, with our night vision cameras, or firsthand to have some sort of visual encounter with this creature. We left out its favorite foods, rum, tobacco, honey, and it was our hope to kind of coax it or something else out of the forest to take this food. But other than a groan caught on tape, no sign of the Pombero. As I said, it is getting light out, and that doesn't make this place any less spooky. So we're gonna pack it up and call it a night, which means we're gonna have to drink all that rum and smoke those cigarettes ourselves, which is fine. We can certainly do that.
We left Argentina and zipped back to Los Angeles to visit Michael D., the curator of the LA Zoo. We wanted him to listen to the groan-like sound we captured on tape to see if he could recognize it as animal or human. Hey, Mike, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
How are you, sir?
I'm just fine.
Good. Just take a listen and tell me if you can identify what you think this sound is.
All right. Wow. That is really an odd sound. I have no idea what it possibly could be other than some type of flying insect.
So that noise is not characteristic to you of some creature that you know?
It's certainly not anything that I would be aware of mammal-wise. Based on what I'm hearing, I really don't know what it is.
Without any substantial evidence to support the existence of a bad-tempered dwarf terrorizing Argentina, it's hard to say that the Pombero is anything more than a good excuse to stop people from whistling and to explain missing liquor and cigarettes. Believe me, if you leave gifts like that laying around in my neighborhood, sooner or later, something's going to walk away with it. And as for our Lobizon investigation and the giant fur-covered beast plaguing northern Argentina, well, we also had Michael try to identify the strange creature in the footage we captured on the thermal imager and night vision camera. So on our night investigation, we have a thermal imager and also a fixed camera which runs on infrared, which picks up an image of an animal running by the camera. We just want to get your opinion as to whether you think you can identify that animal.
Oh, geez, that was fast. Interesting. Now,
and that's the second image it picks up moving by one of the cameras very quickly, one of the fixed cameras.
Yeah, that looks... Oh, that's cool. But that may have been a maned wolf. And I don't know if maned wolves, I know they're found in Brazil, but I don't know how far over they go into Argentina, if they are. It's obviously a very relatively large canine.
Now, one of the things that the locals talk about is how, they say that this Lobizon is a man who's turned into a dog, and so the natural question is, well, how do you know it's not just a dog?
Yeah.
So you think that characteristically this looks different than just an average dog?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, especially when it walks across the screen, because you really have a good outline of it, and in that outline, I see the difference that it's not just a regular dog.
Terrific. All right, well, thank you so much, Mike, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
We then traveled to UC Davis in Northern California to get the DNA results of the blood found on our rope that an Argentinian family claimed they used to capture a Lobizon. Terry?
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
We'll get you a lab coat.
I get a lab coat?
You get a lab coat.
Very impressive. Is it going to fit me is the real question.
So what I did was look on the rope, looking for possible points for blood, and swab that. And so what we're going to look for is a color change.
So the greener it gets,
the better.
The stronger the presence of blood.
Right.
Okay.
So then what I do is I take the swab that's got the sample on it, press it to the hemistick. That's telling me there's blood there. It's just a small amount. As you can see, it's getting greener right now.
All right, so there's blood on the rope for sure.
That's sure.
Okay, great. Okay, so these are the results.
Right. Well, this was our machine that we used to do the sequencing on, and what you're seeing is a visualization of the results.
And so in the case of our sample, did you get any sort of match from the database?
Yes, we did.
And what percentage was that match?
It was 100%.
Okay, so what was it?
It was human.
It was human.
It was human.
So 100% the blood on the rope is human blood.
That's correct.
What's interesting is that this family that had this experience, that had this rope, they claim to have this very dramatic, bloody kind of run-in with this creature, and they lassoed it, they sort of hung it from a tree, they almost killed it, and they eventually released it at the end of the encounter. But, you know, the Lobizon is purportedly a sort of hybrid between a human and a dog, really. And so we were maybe expecting to find canine blood. So whatever this lasso went around, had human blood.
Right.
Thanks very much for your help. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And I'm sure there'll be more samples coming your way.
Alrighty.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. I was surprised that human blood, not canine blood, was found on the rope. Does this mean that the farmer had an actual Lobizon encounter? Not necessarily. But the evidence sure hasn't discounted his claim. The zoo curator thought that what we saw definitely looks bigger than a dog indigenous to Argentina, and this certainly opens up some interesting questions. What exactly did we encounter out there that night? I can't say for sure. If there's a darker side to this story, I guess we won't know until the next full moon. That is, unless there's a different explanation for men turning into big, uncontrollable, salivating dogs.
I think we caught something.
Tabs takes on the scene of one of America's most infamous crimes, the Manson murders.
Is anybody here with us? Look at this. Wow. That looks like a body.
Oh my God.
What was that? Hello?
Ghost Hunters, a Sci-Fi Channel original series. Next on Sci-Fi.